So to go along with my practice station that I've set up into my net, is it's important that you practice skills as well, not just doing techniques all the time and practicing on those sorts of things to get the hands correct and so forth. Yeah, they're important, but they're not always the necessary thing to go and practice. So one of the things that I learned under the tutelage of my coach, Mike Malaska, is he taught me to do skills. So practice skills, and you can't move on to another level until you can do those skills. And one of the skills he taught me was to change swing path, which was vital. People don't practice this enough. They're always practicing at a set target, but they don't practice to learn to change those paths. So what I mean by that is, you want to try and practice that by actually hitting shots off to the right hand side by changing your path. So you're actually going to practice to try and swing from inside the line and out. Using my gates in the corner here, I'm going to try and aim towards hitting my ball through those gates or over those sticks. So I've got the one on the right hand side here, I'm going to try and hit over. I've got one down the middle where I'm going to try and swing the club more down the line. And then I've got one to the left hand side where I'm going to try and swing it more to the left of the target. And that's changing the swing path via my hands and arms, by doing something in my body as well that's going to make me to do that. I'm going to find a way, and that's the important thing. But it's also, because I'm over exaggerating it, it's actually going to help me to find a middle ground a lot easier than having to try and find a perfect ground. So one of the key things is to practice those swing changes. Get a feel for what you've got to do. Now also as well, when you're doing this, you don't have to go 100 miles an hour. You can just swing halfway back, halfway through, just to get that feeling. So to try and put it into idea, I'm still aiming towards my target, but for this one I'm going to swing out to the right hand side. I'm going to try and bring the club head in further to from the inside and out to the right. I'm going to try and swing it over towards that right hand alignment stick. So from this position here, I'm going to swing back and through. On the next one, I'm then going to try and swing it more down the line and just swing the club head more towards my target, which is that orange stick now. So I'm just going to stand from here, again just a half swing, not going full pelt. I don't expect to hit this more than 150 yards, let's say. Back and through. Pretty much over the line. And then on my last one, oh, knock that one off. And on my last one, I'm then going to try and swing across the ball and try and bring the club head so that it comes down the line and swing the ball over to the left hand side. This is going to make me have a feeling of changing my swing path. So swing back and through. This way I can change my swing path at a whim, and I can go back to trying to find it when I'm having practice sessions. This is a training session that people don't do enough of, in my opinion, and they're not taught to do this either. Doing this really helps you to become a much more rounded golfer, as opposed to just a single plane, sort of single-minded swing player or single plane swing. You've got to be able to diverse and make sure your swing can change at any given time. Okay, give it a try and let me know how you get on in the comments below.